This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. It's 2008. When I started on YouTube, that's who I've been. The honest guy. I'm good at lying.
You know, did a few fun things. Didn't get to do all the things that I would have liked to do. We didn't go to an arcade, which I thought we could do, but it didn't happen. We did go to dinner at a cheaper place. We went to a ramen place called Karashi. I think it's Karashi, or is it now I can't remember what it's called. It starts with a K. It's a ramen place at my local mall. All right. And it's really nice. It's a, you know, a sit-down place, restaurant. You order different kinds of ramen bowls. I got a yuzu style broth, which has yuzu grapefruit. It's the Japanese style grapefruit with chicken and pork broth with...
Oh! What? Cannibalism?
You had all kinds of stuff. Noodles, vegetables, an egg, a slice of pork.
Cannibalism. Extinction.
Some people are yelling at me, why are you playing this game? I've never heard of it. Well, I got a review copy. And I do have the ability to play it early, but I'm not going to. Because as I said to you guys many times, I don't believe in playing review copies early. I think that it's a cheap tactic. It basically gives an unfair advantage to content creators and streamers who are just looking to make money. That's the bottom line. There's no reason for me to play Extinction a day or two early, just because I have the capability to. It's just a way to cheat the system and make money.
I still need your help. By the way, I really desperately need the money to help with my tax situation. So, hint, hint, save the house. I really need the money to keep this house. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. I need to raise a lot of money this month. No lies, because I need the money right now with this whole tax situation I'm in. I need the money.
And rather than that, I'd like to prove to you guys that I care more about being a common gamer just like you and playing a game at face value on release day just like you. All right. Uriah Hall says you should just play it early. No one cares if you play it early.
I do. I do. Because I actually have values and morals. Silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone. But people are believing it because they don't know any better. Listen, I am no moral authority on anything, folks, and things that I live up to. And I have to be okay with myself. You know, I have to wake up every morning and at least be okay with myself in order to keep doing this for a living. And the bottom line is, if I was doing, you know, these silly things to get early copies of games all the time, playing them early to make easy, cheap, early release views, I would feel horrible about myself. King of hypocrisy. Very, very, very hypocritical. That would just prove that I'm only in it for the money, and I'm not. Oh my god! Oh my god! What was that? What was that? That was the messiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. What the fuck? So that's why I'm not doing it. You know, let everyone else who wants to be the same way, all these big YouTubers and streamers who think they're better than you. I mean, I'll be honest, just like any other normal human, yes, am I jealous of certain people and people who are successful and whatever? Of course I am. Of course I'm going to have jealousy. That's a natural human emotion for those who have more than you. You're always going to have that natural kind of jealousy of those who maybe have, been more successful or things like that. Let them all run out and get their early release copies and play them early and get those cheap views. Day one views, day one inflated views, make the money, free money and cheap views for the people who are underhanded and, do this to make the big bank rather than caring about what they do. Let them do it. I'm not doing it. I refuse.
Hello, everybody. Sorry for the extreme close-up face cam here, but I figured I should show you my taxes. Here they are. There's actually a big thing from my tax attorney that I got yesterday, 2017 taxes. And in here, a ridiculous amount of documents and information about, breaks it down into detail and everything about everything that happened over the course of 2017, what I paid, what I owe, the bill that I got from my tax attorney, yada, yada, yada. It's all right in here, all right? Now, I can't show this to you because it has a ridiculous amount of personal information in there. It's got my tax ID number, it's got filing numbers, it's got addresses, it's got all this information that if it leaked, obviously you know exactly what the trolls would do with it. So I'm not going to show you any of that stuff, all right? Some people have suggested, Phil, scan the documents, block out certain areas, and then upload that block to the... It doesn't matter. The bottom line, guys, is it doesn't matter what I show you in here, all right? People will say I lied anyway. People will say it's doctored. People will say I photoshopped it. People will say it's untrue. It doesn't matter what I show you in here. None of it is relevant. Because people will just immediately just make shit up and say that I lied or whatever, and it's not proof of anything anyway, okay? And that's sad. It's sad that they will... The people who criticize me the most are not logical. They're not logical humans. They will literally make conspiracy theories up. They will say whatever they want. It doesn't matter what I show you. None of it will prove anything, alright? So, that being said...
This kind of shit needs to come out. This kind of shit needs to be exposed for what it is. It's a scam. Let me fucking unleash the beast. You feed me more. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Let the green roll in. It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control. You fell for it. Congrats. You fell for the marketing scheme. Thanks for the money, dummies, because that's exactly what you fucking are. A bunch of fucking empty-headed idiots who paid me money to get absolutely nothing out of it. Thanks. Wow. Milk that fucking gravy train for as much money as you possibly can. I want more money on top of the money that I already made. Some people are just sheep, and you can't help them.
Here's what I found out, all right? Here's what I found out. In a nutshell, I have enough money raised since what I had left over from the end of 2017, plus the money that I've raised between, the earlier months of the year and now, plus some other money that has come in, like for example, my parents gave me a birthday gift and stuff like that.
What? Oh my god! Oh my god! What was that? What was that? That was the messiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you fucking serious? What? What? What
the rest of the board goes unselected.
All that, and everything I raised this last week, all that money is enough to, number one, pay off the remaining taxes, okay, that I still have to pay for 2017, which are due at the middle of this month, April 17. And number two, it's enough to pay my tax attorney fees, all right? My remaining taxes are roughly around like $4,000. They're actually a little bit more. I think it's like $4,100 and change. And my tax attorney fees are just under $1,000. So it's about $5,000 that I owe, but I have enough money to cover all of that. That's about almost exactly what I raised, but in the last few months, plus, like I said, people who were very generous this last week, and in addition, my parents helped me and everything. So the good news is, as of last year's taxes, I'm good to go. I'm not going to be considered a default or back, that would be terrible. If I couldn't pay the 2017 taxes, that would be the absolute worst case scenario. The good news is I'm not in the absolute worst case scenario. So, thumbs up. That's a good thing. Okay? That's a good thing. The bad news is that because I'm self-employed, okay, the government, the feds, expect me to just have magical funds available at all times. They don't actually care about the ups and downs of business. They don't care when your big boom time of the year is or when your slow time of the year is. They just don't give a shit. They expect you every quarter, when you're self-employed, to pay them a certain amount of money. That's how taxes work in the United States of America. I know that sounds ludicrous because, for example, the early months of 2018 have been bad on YouTube, really bad. Ad revenue is terrible. They did pick up slightly in March a little bit, and now it's back to being terrible again. All right? So, it's pretty ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that that's how it works, because what they really should look at is what did you actually make income-wise, and now pay it adjusted for that. That's not how it works. They actually just want you to pay an estimated tax fee every quarter. So they actually now on top of the $5,000 that I have to pay right now, $4,100 or whatever for the rest of my 2017 taxes, and the $1,000 I have to pay to my tax attorney for doing my taxes. They also expect me to pay another $4,000, all right, by April 17th for the first tax payment of 2018. Yeah, I know how stupid that really sounds. It does sound stupid, but that's what they expect me to not only be paying the back, but now pay up front. That's not how business works, but that's how taxes work in the U.S., okay? So I'm screwed, and the reason I'm screwed is literally after I pay the 2017 taxes and my tax attorney, which I have to pay, and I can't be overdue on the tax attorney, I have no money to pay these new taxes at all. It doesn't work like, it sucks. And Jerry says, could you do a payment plan? Dude, that's not how it works. Payment plan, you do a payment plan for back taxes to pay them over time. These are new taxes accruing over the course of 2018. There's no payment plan for it. All right? They just expect it to be due in the middle of April, no matter what. I don't have it. So, bottom line is, I won't be overdue on my back taxes from last year, but as of my new taxes of this year, I can't pay them. All right? Now, every quarter, they expect me to pay another sum. June, September, December. Okay? I'm already gonna be behind. Okay? It sucks. I don't want to be behind, but I am. There's nothing I can do about it. I have no magical funds. I have nothing I can sell. I have no magical funds that I can do to raise tons of money out of nowhere, I can't not pay my other bills. If I don't pay my credit card bills, if I don't pay my loan bills, if I don't pay the electricity and gas, if I don't pay the mortgages, you know what I mean? I get kicked out of my house. I can't operate the business and make money, so I have to do what I have to do. This whole thing sucks, okay? So that being said, barring a miracle, which is not going to happen. I'm a realist.
No.
And I guess I shouldn't say it's not going to happen. It's really very incredibly unlikely. Where am I going to get $4,000 between now and the 17th of April? I really don't foresee it happening at all. I'm just going to be behind. And what's going to happen is there's going to be fees and penalties associated with not paying this payment in April like I'm supposed to. All right? So there's another payment coming up in June. If I can't pay that one, there's going to be more fees, more penalties associated with that. All right. It sucks. And then, September, December are the last two payments. Well, I take it back. It's actually not December. I think it's middle of January, like January 15th. So the good news is, guys, it's not all bad news. I just want to let you know. First of all, the good news is it's not worst case scenario. Absolute worst case scenario would have been, I don't even have enough money to pay my back taxes. Now I'm completely fucked. All right. That's not the situation. Thank God. All right. That's number one. Number two, I have time. And what I mean by that is, even though I'm not going to be paying the taxes immediately when the government wants me to, I still have an opportunity to pay them. All right. The problem is, yes, will there be fees? Will there be, late charges? Probably. But usually, typically from what I find out, there's usually only a couple $100 or whatever. It's not like, oh God, you didn't pay your taxes, so now you owe $10,000 in late fees. That'd be insane. All right. That's not how it works. So really, what I'm looking at is the following. Right now, things are okay on streams, which is great. YouTube sucks right now. I'm being real with you guys. YouTube, it went up and was actually pretty good in March for about half the month. And then as soon as April hit, it tanked again. Because what happened was, I guess they had a bunch of good advertisers for the second half of March. And then those ad contracts ran out. And now YouTube ad revenue is terrible again.
Wah, I'm not making ad revenue. Wah.
And it's funny because my views have not gone down. My views are still good. My views have stayed consistent. But again, I get penalized for YouTube not doing their jobs and selling ad space. Delightful, right? But Twitch has been pretty consistently decent, all right? I can't complain at all about how things go on Twitch. You guys are very supportive every single day. So at least in that regard, things are positive. And what I'm hoping, here's what I'm hoping. I gotta, knock on wood and everything. I can keep things going the way that they're going on Twitch to the point where I can grow the channel. Because the channel has been growing. I don't know if you guys are aware.
Unbelievable.
I've been getting more followers, right? Things have been going good. And when I play new games, or when I play a game that's like a competitive game, like, for example, Street Fighter, okay? Things go good. I get good views or whatever and good contributions.
Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views.
But the problem is, this has just been a really, really dead year. I mean, this year, how many high-profile games have I played? 2? You know what I mean? God of War, coming up in 2 weeks, is pretty much the biggest release of the year so far. And we're a third into the year, guys. That's pathetic. That's like what happened in 2018 where there were no good games in the whole first third of the year. So if I got no good games, no big high-profile stuff, I can't bring in new viewers. And that's what sucks is, look at last year. Resident Evil 7, Horizon Zero Dawn, Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's just 3 games within one major release within the first 3 months of the year that brought in a lot of attention. And this year there's been zero, nada, nothing, right? So that being said, what I'm hoping is to get a build, all right? So what do I mean by a build? I mean that coming up for example, we got God of War. Then in May, we got State of Decay 2, Detroit Become Human, the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Over the summer, we're actually setting the stage. It looks like there's maybe some pretty high-profile stuff coming out over the summer. Keep in mind, over the summer, I'll be doing my Bloodborne Redemption run, which I think a lot of people are very much looking forward to, okay? I may return to Persona 5 during the summer to finish it up, since I had no opportunity to do so last year, okay? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, all right? What I'm hoping, and this is being as positive as I can, trying to have a positive outlook on the future, that the streaming situation will grow and build and become more and more successful to the point where by the end of the year, especially with all the high-profile releases that you know come out at the end of the year, guys, I'll be able to make up for all this. I'll be making extra money.
All Phil ever does is talk about money.
In the latter half of the year, right? That will be more than enough to pay for the taxes I can't pay now. Okay? That's what I'm hoping. Is it necessarily going to happen? I have no idea. But that's what I'm hoping for. And what I'm really hoping for here is focusing in on being positive every day, having fun with you guys on stream, growing the channel in any way that I can, alright? Within reason, alright? Give you an example. The other night, I was playing PUBG after 12 hours of working on my birthday. My girlfriend was waiting for me in the bedroom, saying, come out and, spend some time with me because I'm tired, I gotta go to sleep, but I at least want to have some time with you today,
I haven't had sex in ages.
And I'm ending the stream, and then Cryotic, another very popular streamer on Twitch, hosted me and rated me, and a bunch of people jump on the stream, 1,000 viewers or whatever. And I'm like, well, guys, it's great that you're here. I appreciate it. Sadly, I have to go, And people gave me shit for that. Oh my God, Phil, you're in a situation where you need money, and then you had more than 1,000 people coming in, and you didn't stick around. Guys, I was streaming all day fucking long.
Doing a 9 to 5 would be easy.
It wasn't like I had just started streaming, right? And then I was like, oh, I'm out of here now. Dude, it's a completely different situation than that. And by the way, I do want to say shout out to Cryotic. He's a good guy. Every once in a while he comes in, he raids the streams, and it's a positive raid. He does a raid correctly. As people come in, they're very nice. They're not jerks or anything. They come in and they're actually, very respectful. And it seems like he has a pretty good viewing audience. And, I don't want to in any way disrespect him because I think it was, he doesn't know when I'm going to stop streaming, It was a nice thing that he did. It was a nice gesture, and I think he did it because it was my birthday. But, I'm in a situation here where, within reason, I've been streaming all day long. I've been streaming all week long, nonstop. It's the end of my birthday. I've had 0 moments to spend with my girlfriend all day because I've been working all day. Sorry, I'm not going to stay streaming for another hour in the hopes of raising a few shekels or whatever the hell. It's just, you know what I mean? That's ridiculous.
I don't need your money. Sorry, I don't need your quarters.
Sorry, and I made the right decision, by the way, because we had some nice quality time together.
I know you're lying.
I was like, you know what? I made the right decision. Ended up having a good end of my birthday rather than sitting here on stream like an idiot for an extra hour.
I love gaming.
No point in it, okay? So that being said, guys, I'm going to do everything within reason this year that I absolutely can to keep the streams positive, to grow the channel, to keep stuff going positive, all right? And hopefully things will work out well. What I'm hoping is by the end of this year, like I said, we'll see a big uptick with all the big new releases coming out. We'll see a lot more people coming in and watching my stuff and contributing. It'll be great. And hopefully by the end of this year, if things keep growing the way that they have been, because, Twitch is the only place I'm growing. YouTube, forget it. YouTube's a dead horse. But Twitch, there's a lot of positivity and a lot of positive things coming out of it, all right? So that's what I'm hoping for, is by the end of the year, things go good. And then, January 15th or whatever, any remaining taxes I wasn't able to pay, I can pay them, okay? Will it actually go that way? I have no idea. I honestly have no idea, It might not. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think what I need to do is stay positive, Should I really sit here and every day be worried in the back of my head that I can't pay my taxes this year by the end of the year? Now I have to sell my house in order to pay them? No. Yeah, it's always going to be nagging at me. But me sitting here harping on it every day isn't beneficial to you, isn't beneficial to me. It doesn't benefit anyone. What I really need to do is, at this point, now that I know the situation I'm in moving forward, I just need to focus on the positive and hope for the best, And the bottom line is you guys have been really, really supportive. And, every once in a while, some really awesome thing happens. Someone comes in and leaves a giant tip. And I'm like, wow, I certainly wasn't expecting that. And that brightens my day up and makes me feel a little better. And I undoubtedly, those things will probably keep happening. And that's awesome. And thank you guys who've stuck in. And I know it's very, very tiring for those of you who are here every day. And you got to hear about a tax situation. You got to hear about tips. You don't want to hear that shit. You're just here to hang out and have fun. But the reason I had to do it very, very matter-of-factly is because I had to do as good as I can. If I didn't even raise enough to pay my back taxes, okay, this would have been an incredibly dire situation. As in, I probably would have had to put my house on the market now. Thank God that's not the situation. All right, thank God. But that being said, if certainly, we're not in a great situation here either. It's kind of like, it's certainly not the worst case scenario, but it's certainly not the best case scenario. It's just kind of middle of the road. Okay, let's see how things go this year. All right, guys? So there you go. Thank you guys very much for being patient. And by the way, this is it. I'm not going to be bringing this up anymore. This is not going to be a major topic of discussion. Only if something crazy happens where I may need your help. Let's say, for example, I don't know, I break my leg, and now I get a freaking hospital bill for $10,000 that I can't pay. Then I would probably bring something up. But outside of that, I think we're just going to proceed forward, business as usual. All right? There's no reason for me to be harping on this anymore. Tax season is now over. And, let's just keep moving. Let's just keep things going the way that they've been going. All right? Fair enough. Now, obviously, at the end of the year, once I see how things are going, if you guys would like an update, I will let you know. I mean, that would be the time, I think. At the end of the year, after we covered all the new releases and things are probably hype and exciting and positive, then maybe I'll bring it back up as a subject. But here's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be very matter-of-factly. I'm going to ask you guys, please don't bring it up anymore. I'm going to do my best to not bring it up. Please do not bring it up anymore. I've not talked about it on this pre-stream. I've done a twit longer about it. It's out there. It's public. That's it. There's no reason to keep harping on it. And please don't go, I know, I'm going to bait Phil. I'm going to cheer and ask him about his taxes. I'm just not going to answer it. I'm going to be like, great, if you want the information, I already talked about it, go look back. I'm not going to bother with it anymore. There's no point. You guys don't want to know about, you don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I didn't want to talk about it to begin with. This whole thing has been a nightmare. Really, seriously, this was a nightmare scenario, because last year, if you guys remember, things were very positive. Things were going great during the summer months, and we were heading right into the hardcore gaming season, and things were great. And then I got this big bombshell that I owed back state taxes that just caused this whole rolling domino effect of problems with my taxes to happen. And it was like the biggest nightmare ever, because I never once fathomed that my tax attorney in Connecticut was screwing me over. Never. But he was. And you kind of got to shrug and be like, this sucks, but what can you do? So it's been a nightmare since then. Ever since I revealed this to you guys, what was it, November? It's been an ongoing issue for 5 straight months where I keep mentioning it because it's just so shitty. But at this point, you know what I mean? Barring a $4,000 miracle in the next 9 days, which I'm a realist, it's probably not going to happen. It's incredibly unlikely. I don't know how the hell I would raise that much money in a short amount of time. I'm just going to be in the situation I'm in. I'll keep working my ass off here on stream every day for you guys. And let's just have fun and see what the future holds. Sounds good, guys?
I guess I'm not that smart. Man, I'm stupid.
In fact, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Just this morning when I turned on my monitors here, my other old monitor, the other Asus monitor that I've now had for about, I think I bought them in 2010. I'm pretty sure it was 2010. So we're talking probably about 8 years or longer I've had this monitor. No, I take that back. These monitors are even older than that. These monitors I was playing at the very launch of Street Fighter 4. So you're probably talking 2009. So damn, these monitors are almost 10 years old. It's dying. Like I turned it on and the brightness is all screwed up. It's getting dark. And I get the feeling it's going to do exactly the same thing that the other monitor did 2 months ago. It's probably going to crap the bed soon. So I'm probably going to have to buy another monitor and drop another $120 or whatever. This kind of stuff happens all the time. Alright, so your contributions to my Patreon aid that significantly to defray that cost.
We need more money. We need more money. That's what this stream is about. Shout outs!
The Aston Martin, sure, 25 bits. He said the reason people gave you crap about leaving when you were rated is because every stream you bring up taxes. That's right, Aston Martin, but when do I bring up taxes? I bring them up on the pre-stream, and that's it. If you haven't noticed, when I play the game, it's about the games. If someone asks me with a cheer about it, then yeah, I'll address it. But I have a plug segment, and that's where I leave the plugs, alright? This is what, I think every streamer should do that. I know a lot don't, but that's what I'm all about. Once the gameplay starts, it's all about gameplay and interacting with you guys. It's not about
plugs, help me, money, money. You feed me more, feed me Seymour, feed me.
Shit like that, it's not. I've been already working, streaming, on my birthday, alright, for roughly 12 hours. I had about a 90-minute break to quickly have a dinner, and then I rushed right back to stream. I was tired, and I hadn't spent any time with my girlfriend during the day. So if you can't understand the fact that at the very end of a tail end of 12 hours of work is not a good time for a raid to happen and for me to stream longer when my girlfriend is waiting for me, you are just immature. I don't know what else to tell you. You're uneducated and you're immature if that's the case.
Why am I toxic? Stop being a drama queen.
Because there are things far more important than getting in an extra half an hour to make a couple extra bucks. And when you finally realize that in life, you will be far ahead of the curve. Apparently you're not yet. Shout out to Eternal Napalm, who did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, hey Phil, I hope that you enjoyed your birthday. I'll make you a deal. I'm a patron. If I swoop in Friday and get gift subs up to the sub goal, would you promise to play Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem? Well, Eternal Napalm, That's nearly not how it works, all right? I mean, it would be awesome if, obviously, you gifted subs up to the sub goal so we could get the Patron's Choice playthrough going, but we do need to be fair here. The Patron's Choice is going to be a way where patrons are all going to nominate game. I mean, obviously, if you're a patron, I can guarantee you your nomination is going to make it in. How about this? Here's what I will say. Here's what I will do. Since if you were to go above and beyond and do that, all right, here's what I would do for you. I would guarantee you, absolutely guarantee you, that I would include Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem in the voting for the Patron's Choice game. Now, I can't control the votes of the patrons. That's something I'm not going to do. That would be screwed up. All right? But I would 100%, even if it didn't get enough nominations, I would put it into the voting anyway. So I would make a concession for you, since you're going to go out of your way to help us all out here, all right, to hit the sub goal. I would do that. Okay? So that's up to you. I mean, it's still not a guarantee that the game will be played, but it's a strong chance that it's going to get into the final voting. That it would, basically then it would be your job to campaign on the forums and say, all right, guys, listen, really, let's all vote for this. This could be an amazing game, because I don't know anything about the game. I know nothing about this game you're mentioning at all. So for me to say, oh yeah, we're just going to play it, it doesn't make sense, because I don't even know what the game is, and I don't know if it's anything that the patrons want to see or whatever. We got to be fair here, all right? So that's what I'm willing to do, okay? I would be willing to 100% put the game into the voting for the Patron's Choice event. All right, and then it's up to you to convince the patrons to vote along with you for that game and get it going as a playthrough. That'll be, for downtime, okay? So that's your choice. You choose whether or not you want to do it. It's totally up to you.
All right, we're up to 417 subs, which of course makes no sense. Because when the stream started, we were at 415. We just got, what, six subs, and now it says we're only up to 417. Twitch is the future. Twitch loves me and my streams. I love Twitch. I 100% agree with Twitch. Negative, toxic behavior on Twitch. Twitch is now gone. I got the chair.
One final thing, because someone did ask that. Someone did ask something, and I want to clarify. Someone said, well, Phil, everything you just talked about, okay? You talked about federal taxes. What about this state tax situation? Do you want to play the fucking game?
I don't know anything about it. Very, very, very hypocritical.
The state of Washington is still in the process of doing an audit, and they're supposed to tell me the assessment of what the state back taxes are that I owe. They said it would either be late March or April. Here we are, 8 days into April. I've heard not a peep from them, okay? Eventually, sometime this year, they're going to come to me, and they're going to say, here's what you owe. But what I'm hoping is that they'll work with me, and they, since those are back taxes, will work out a payment plan. Okay, so if it's a payment plan of hundreds of dollars a month, that I could do. That's easy. If they tell me, oh, you owe thousands of dollars due immediately, they're screwed. I'm just gonna tell them, listen, you're not gonna get your money, so you better work with me, or else I can't afford it. Okay. And AES 0411 cheered says, I think it would be a good idea to not address trolls from this point onward. If they make a comment, ignore them or boot them. No need to get suspended again. Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna insult people or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm not. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to fly off the handle and start insulting people left and right anymore or bringing stuff up like that. There's no point. If someone's trolling, I've been told directly by Twitch, if someone trolls me, I can call them an idiot or a jerk or whatever I need to do and just kick them. That's okay. It's when you bring up the things that are going to violate the terms of service, like someone's personal appearance and stuff like that, that's what's going to get into the realm of bad timing or bad situation with moderation and the like here. So
It'll be all right. No worries. Burn in hell, Burnell. And now I'm going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity. Because of it, you can't change who you are, I guess. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.